Today we're doing a rocker cover gasket change on a Datsun 1200 utility. Pretty straightforward job, just drop off 6 Phillips head screws. We're going to be using some flexible flange sealant to hold the actual gasket onto the rocker cover, and we'll progress from there. Being an older style car, these are nice and easy to work on. The old cork gaskets sealed well. If you use a bit of a compound on them, they seal even a little bit better. This particular utility, I think, is a 1981 model. Sorry, 1985 model. So we're now in 2015. How old is that? 30 years? 30 years old. So I think that one truly covers it for vintage. I used to have a Datsun 1000 that had a 1200cc motor in it, which wasn't particularly legal. And that's the 6 screws removed on the rocker cover gasket. Now that may or may be hard to come off. I suspect this one will be easy to come off. So lifting the throttle cable out the way, it should just pop off. And there we have our old gasket, and as you can see, the reason it's leaking, it's all cracked and worn, so we're going to be replacing it. Okay, I've removed the old gasket, and we're going to hold the new gasket in with some flexible flange sealant. This will hold it onto the rocker cover, so when it comes off for service next time, it won't stick to the actual block, it'll actually stick to the cover. Now this is the old gasket on the floor here. As you can see, it's seen better days, and the new gasket is substantially thicker. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to smear a bit of the flange sealant. We stick our gasket on with it, like so. It's always good to trial fit the gasket before you do this, because if you get the wrong one, you can't take it back for a refund after you do this. Okay, so when you're happy with that, we're going to put it back on the car. Okay, so when you actually do a gasket on a rocker cover, don't tighten the screw right up. Make sure you get all the screws in first. I'll get that one in a second. So I do make sure they're a loose fit first. And then you tighten them in a cross pattern, and not too tight. actually love these engines, they're so easy to work on. Just grab that screw I retrieved. It's also important when you're working on engines to remember what tools you've got. You don't want to lose any tools in the top of the actual rockers, because a lot of damage can be done. Okay, so I've got the actual screws all loosely fitted. I'm going to give it a little wriggle, like that, to make sure it's seated. And I'm going to tighten the first one down gently. Not too tight. Go across the middle one. At the same tension. Go to the back one. Go the other back one. Across the last one. At this point, I'm going to just nip it up. Okay, I'll give it a little wipe off. Let's remove any excess sealant. Come on. Put the vacuum hose back on, and I do believe she's ready to run. A nice, quick, easy job.